Unstoppable comebacks. Coach reveals Sha Carri Richardson and Gabby Thomas' secret strategies under pressure. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. 100-meter World Champions 2025 season hit. Turbulence after the Golden Grand Prix in Tokyo, where she struggled to break the 11.47s barrier. Lingering effects from a February injury have plagued her all year. Thomas hasn't had it easy either. After a standout performance at the Kingston Slam, she managed only third in the 200m at the USAF Championships, a result few expected from the Olympic 200m champion. With both sprinters navigating a challenging season, the burning question remains, can they stage a comeback? The experts seem to think so. When Coach Rob and Anderson Emerald analyzed the sprinting season that Thomas and Richardson had so far, the track experts reached rather an optimistic conclusion. When pondered upon the question of whether these two can perform a miracle, Coach Rob seems certain. He said, "I think they are both in the same boat. And the boat is, do they have enough time? Like, is there enough real estate on the calendar left for them to get to where they need to get to be the threats that they are?" According to Coach Rob, Richardson has faced significant challenges this season, including her arrest. He observed that the athlete is clearly not at full strength. "I mean, like she even mentioned, though, I'm trying to be safe. I'm trying to be cautious," said Coach Rob while judging Richardson's performances this season. The same is true for Gabby Thomas. Apart from her successes in the Kingston 200m and 400m, Thomas has yet to show her full potential. Having pulled out of the Diamond League, she is focusing her energy on the upcoming World Championship. But can she pull a miracle out of the bag and perform when it matters most? Well, Coach Rob has some thoughts on it. He added, "Now you're allowed to say, well, they lost. You could say that. That would be true. And if this sport was set up where it was primarily about competing and winning, and doing so regularly, and you had some form of a record where the wins and losses added up to something, that would all make sense. But because the way the sport is set up right now, technically, there's only one meet on the calendar that matters, and you just have to make sure you're on the line when it happens. One is the reigning world champion, the other an Olympic gold medalist. Both have a lot to prove at the World Championships, and with time running out, things are getting much tighter." Amidst the chaos, Richardson has stepped forward to give us hope. Sha Carri Richardson has not lost hope. If we were to conclude her season in one word, then it would be nothing but disappointing. At the USAF Championships, she pulled out of her 100m semifinals following her arrest, despite opening with a strong 11.07, which was her season best. In addition to that, she pulled out of her 200m race. Just a week later, she ran 11.05 at the Cilicia Diamond League, marking her season's best, while her training partner Melissa Jefferson Wooden took the win with a world-leading performance of 10.66. The drama carried on in Brussels, where Sha Carri Richardson once again faced Jefferson. Despite giving it her all, she couldn't surpass her rival. Jefferson Wooden dominated the race, crossing the line in a stunning 10.76 seconds, while Richardson showed remarkable grit, closing the gap in the final meters to secure second place with an 11.08. Well, this was her first podium finish this year. Taking a sigh of relief, she looked at the sky as if she was thanking the gods, and it was just visible on her Instagram story. Sha Carri Richardson posted an Instagram story with a message, CYLL September 13th face, blowing, signaling her readiness for the upcoming World Championship. Despite a season marred by injuries and a rough start, the world champion is confident she can pull off a miracle when it matters most. With just days remaining until the ultimate clash, Richardson is citing about her preparedness. But will she flip the script? In track and field, the margin between triumph and despair is often the width of a fingernail. For two of America's brightest sprinting lights, Sha Carri Richardson and Gabby Thomas, that margin has felt even thinner in recent months. Their careers, once brimming with unshakable confidence, have faced turbulence, injuries, inconsistent performances, and the crushing weight of expectations from fans and critics alike. Yet, according to one veteran track coach, their redemption path may already be underway. The coach who has worked with world-class sprinters for decades framed the story of Richardson and Thomas as less about mistakes and more about the evolution of champions. Sprinters aren't machines, he said. They're humans trying to master a craft in a brutal sport. Redemption isn't about proving doubters wrong. It's about reclaiming your own belief. Sha Carri Richardson, a star relearning balance. For Sha Carri Richardson, redemption has always been as much about perception as it is about performance. The 24-year-old burst onto the scene with her fiery personality, unforgettable orange hair, and dazzling speed that made her the face of American sprinting overnight. But her story has been shaped just as much by setbacks. Her suspension before the Tokyo Olympics, public scrutiny, and uneven results that fueled whispers of what could have been. Yet, in recent races, her spark has shown signs of reignition. The coach explained that Richardson's biggest challenge isn't raw talent, but emotional balance. She's as gifted as any sprinter alive, he said, but sprinters like Sha Carri need stability in their routines, their training environment, and their personal lives. When she channels her energy the right way, she's unstoppable. Redemption path starts with finding calm within the chaos. Part of that calm, he revealed, has come through a renewed focus on the technical side of sprinting. Richardson, often known for her explosive starts, has been retraining her mid-air mechanics to conserve energy for the final 30 meters, a phase where she has sometimes faded against the likes of Shereka Jackson or Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. She's embracing the science of sprinting. Now, the coach explained, it's not just about running hard, it's about running smart. Once she gets that balance right, people will see the Sha Carri resilience, injury and doubt. If Richardson's redemption story is about emotional, still, her recent struggles on the Diamond League circuit left fans questioning whether she could retain to her best form before the next World Championships. Gabby's biggest weapon is her mindset. The coach noted, injuries can shake an athlete's confidence, but she's rebuilding with patience. Redemption won't come from one big race. It'll come from stringing together consistent performances that remind everyone and herself of her capabilities. Behind the scenes, Thomas has been refining her race strategy. Known for her strong curve running, she's been working on smoothing out her final 50m where elite rivals like Elaine Thompson-Hyra and Dina Asher Smith have historically gained ground. Redemption for Gabby is about proving longevity. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.